Stop scrolling. Seriously, stop. Look at the image I've pinned. Don't just glance at it while you're trying to multitask or, make a cup of tea. Actually look at it.
I am looking at it. It's a wall.
Is it, though?
Yes. It is a very big, very gray, very tall wall.
It is not just a wall. It is the wall.
Yeah.
This is the wall of destiny. Look at the sheer scale of it. It stretches up just endlessly, slicing the frame in half, dwarfing those completely insignificant human figures down at the base.
Right.
It creates this overwhelming sense of claustrophobia within a wide shot, which, that shouldn't even be possible. It is a sublime visual metaphor for the crushing inevitability of fate.
Okay, hold on.
It is gloomy poetry carved out of stone. It is awe-inspiring.
It's a bit heavy-handed, isn't it? Really. A big wall representing death.
It's not just death, it's destiny, it's fate.
Groundbreaking symbolism there. Oh, look, I can't get over the wall, therefore I cannot escape my tragic fate. It's about as subtle as a brick wall to the face. It's not exactly nuanced, is it?
You are utterly devoid of romance. You are looking at one of the most iconic, one of the most powerful images in the history of German cinema, a set piece that practically screams grandeur. And all you can say is, it's a bit heavy-handed.
I call it as I see it, mate. It looks like they had a surplus in the set building budget, and they just decided to see how high they could stack the plaster before the studio roof got in the way.
It's nonsense.
It's overcompensating, is what it is. It screams, look at me! I am high art. I am very serious. I am German.
It is serious. That is the entire point.
Yeah.
We are diving into Fritz Lang's 1921 masterpiece Destiny. Or, if you want to be proper about it, Der müde Tod.
Yes, the weary death. Even the title sounds like it needs an out.
Don't be flippant.
Cinema, the magic vehicle, a comprehensive guide. Journey 1, 1913 to 1950.
No, I'm serious. It sounds like something you'd say on a Sunday morning after a heavy night out. Oh, I'm feeling a bit der müde Tod today. It just sounds exhausting.
Destiny, thank you very much. And this film, whether you like the wall or not, was the driving force that changed German cinema. It is the film that influenced Hitchcock, Buñuel,
And bored me to tears on a rainy Tuesday.
and Ingmar Bergman. We would not have The Seventh Seal without this film. We would not have the chess game with death without this film. That entire archetype starts here.
Oh, please, don't blame Bergman for this. Look, I'm not saying it's historically irrelevant. Of course it's not. I'm just saying that calling it a masterpiece in the cold light of the 21st century is a bit rich.
It is a masterpiece.
It's an overhyped relic. It is
Yeah.
glacial. It moves at the speed of a tectonic plate. It really does.
It is majestic. It earns its pacing.
It's slow.
It is meditative.
It's boring.
You are impossible.
But this is exactly why we are having this discussion. We have a stack of historical analyses, biographies, critical essays right here. My mission is to prove to you and to anyone listening that this film is the key that unlocks visual storytelling.
Right.
Your mission, apparently, is to complain about the pacing and make tea.
My mission is to be the voice of reason. For the poor listener who might actually try to watch this thing and then wonders why they fall asleep by the 20-minute mark, I'm doing a public service. Fair enough. Let's start at the beginning then. The architect. Because you can't understand that wall unless you understand the man who built it. Fritz Lang.
The architect, or the failed architect, I should say.
He didn't fail. He chose a different path. Let's get the background right because it matters. Fritz Lang wasn't just some guy with a camera. He was the son of a Viennese architect. He was a member of the Austrian elite.
Posh boy, got it.
An intellectual. He studied engineering. He studied painting. He traveled the world. He was a proper intellectual who understood structure, composition, art history. He brought all that discipline into the chaos of early cinema.
Okay, but you're painting a very rosy picture there. The facts are, he was a rich kid who didn't want to do his homework. Daddy wants me to build houses, but I want to paint. It sounds like a gap year that got spectacularly out of hand.
That's a ridiculous characterization.
Is it? He abandoned his engineering studies, he abandoned his painting, and then he went off to find himself. It's the classic story of a privileged youth dabbling in everything because he doesn't have to worry about paying the rent.
That is a gross oversimplification. He found his voice. He was 30 years old when he made this. He had grand ambitions. He wasn't just making light entertainment. He felt he belonged to a movement that would bring about a profound change in Germany.
And what was that change exactly? Being miserable.
Rebellion. It was a rebellion against what came before.
Right.
He explicitly said, and I have the quote right here, I want to get this right. He said, young people engaged in various forms of art, me included, turned tragedy into a fetish.
Stop right there. Don't you dare just skate past that. Turn tragedy into a fetish. His words.
Yes, but the context...
No, the context is right there in the word. He admits it. He's admitting that this whole film, this whole movement, is just misery porn for the artsy crowd. He is fetishing sadness. It's performative gloom.
You are taking that completely out of context. You have to understand the German mindset in 1921. You have to understand what they'd just been through.
Oh, I understand it. They lost the war, everything was terrible, inflation was about to skyrocket, so they decided to make films about how terrible everything is to cheer everyone up. It's a very German solution, isn't it?
It's deeper than that. Listen to the rest of the quote. He said they were voicing open mutiny against old phrases.
Right.
Replacing naive 19th century clarity and optimism by the exact opposite, deep pessimism.
Naive clarity. I love that phrase. As if clarity is a bad thing. Oh, those naive idiots with their clear storytelling and their happy endings. What fools.
It's a crucial insight. The 19th century was all about progress, logic, empire, and this relentless optimism. We are moving inexorably toward a better world.
Sounds all right to me.
Then World War I happened. It utterly destroyed that entire worldview. It proved it was a lie. The clarity of the old world was a lie. It led to the trenches. It led to mustard gas. It led to millions dead for nothing.
So deep pessimism is the only honest response. Is that what you're saying?
For them at that time. Yes, exactly. To Lang, optimism felt fake. It felt like propaganda. Tragedy felt real. Fetishizing tragedy wasn't about being emo for the sake of it. It was about rejecting the false, bankrupt narratives of their parents' generation. They needed a new mythology. They needed to stare into the abyss because looking at the sun had burned them.
So naive clarity is bad, but deep pessimism is good. I'd take a bit of clarity, to be honest. Maybe then the plot would move a bit faster. I mean, if you're going to mutiny against old phrases, maybe mutiny against the phrase, let's drag this scene out for another 10 minutes.
The plot was perfectly fine, and he didn't do it alone. We have to mention Thea von Harbu.
Ah, yes, the wife.
She wasn't his wife yet, but she was the scriptwriter. She was a hugely successful author of adventure stories before they even met. This was a partnership of equals.
Husband and wife creative teams are usually a shambles, let's be honest. One person has a bad idea, and the other one is too afraid to say, darling, that's complete rubbish because they don't want to sleep on the sofa. It's a recipe for indulgence.
That is cynical even for you.
Yeah.
They were a power couple. She brought the narrative scope, the pulp adventure elements, the fables, and he brought the visual rigor. They created a screen mythology together.
Rigor is one word for it. Stiffness is another.
Okay, fine. Let's look at the story then. The German story, as it's called. The framing narrative. It's set anywhere and at any time, though it's clearly a little German town.
Which looks like a model train set, by the way. I was waiting for a giant hand to come down from the sky and rearrange the little plastic trees, but go on.
It looks idyllic. That's the contrast. A young woman and her lover arise, they're happy, they're in love, and then suddenly he is taken by death. Just vanishes.
Right.
So she's desperate. She goes beyond that wall of destiny we were arguing about.
The brick wall. The wall of extra plaster, yes.
And she enters the Great Hall. And this, even you have to admit, is a stunning, stunning image. A hall filled with thousands upon thousands of burning candles, each of different heights, flickering. Some tall, some nearly burnt out, each representing a single human life.
It's a decent visual, I'll give you that. The candle thing works. It's atmospheric.
Decent. It's arguably the most famous metaphor in silent cinema. It's the visual manifestation of the fragility of existence. When a candle burns down, a life ends. It's terrifying and it's beautiful. It takes this huge abstract concept, mortality, and makes it physical, tangible. You can literally watch a life flickering out.
It's also a bit basic, isn't it? Girl meets death, girl begs death, girl wants boyfriend back. We've seen it 1,000 times. It's Orpheus and Eurydice with more wax and less music. It's not exactly reinventing the wheel, is it?
It's a universal archetype. The power isn't in the novelty of the plot, it's in the execution. And here's where the plot hook kicks in. The angel of death, played by the magnificent Bernhard Goetzke, offers her a bargain.
Here we go, the video game logic.
It is not video game logic. Are you serious?
It absolutely is. He points to 3 candles that are flickering. They're about to go out. He says, if you can keep just one of these 3 lights from being extinguished, I will give you back your lover. He's a quest giver. It's a tutorial level.
He is offering her a chance to defy fate. It's a philosophical proposition.
That is exactly video game logic. Level 1, Baghdad. Level 2, Venice. Level 3, China. Complete these 3 quests to unlock the boyfriend. It feels utterly repetitive. You know, as soon as he sets up that rule that we're going to have to sit through 3 failed attempts, it destroys any and all suspense.
It doesn't destroy the suspense, it changes it.
No, it kills it stone dead. You sit there thinking, right, well, candle 1 is obviously going to fail. Candle 2 is going to fail. Wake me up when we get to the 3rd one.
It builds the tragedy. It's about the inevitability of fate. You know she's fighting a losing battle from the very start, but you watch her try anyway. That is the definition of tragedy. The suspense isn't, will she succeed? The suspense is, how will she fail and what will it cost her?
That is the definition of tedious. We know the candle's going to go out, mate. It's in the script. Why do we have to watch it happen 3 times in 3 different ridiculous costumes? It's padding. It's Fritz Lang realizing he only has 20 minutes of story and needs to stretch it to 90.
Because of the performance. Because of Bernhard Goetzke as Death. You cannot sit there and tell me that performance isn't mesmerizing.
I can and I will.
He is unusual. He is complex. The source material we have here specifically calls his performance deeply touching.
Touching. He's the angel of death. He's supposed to be scary, or at least imposing. He just looks a bit tired, which I suppose fits the German title Der Mood, called the weary death, but touching. I didn't want to hug him. I wanted to give him a double espresso and a biscuit.
That is the brilliance of it. He isn't a monster. He isn't evil. He is a servant of God. He is weary of his duty. He doesn't want to take these lives, but he has to. He's trapped by his role, just like the humans are trapped by theirs. That nuance is what makes it art.
So he's got a rubbish job, basically.
And I will stand by the fact that Bengt Eckerott in Bergman's The Seventh Seal, the iconic guy playing chess with the knight on the beach.
Yes, I know the one, with the cape and the very pale face.
He owes a great debt to Goetzke. Goetzke created the template for the weary, philosophical death figure. Before this film, death was usually a skeleton or a generic grim reaper with a scythe. Goetzke made him human. He made him sad. He gave him an inner life.
Oh, come off it. Bergman did it better. It's not even a contest. Eckerott had wit. He had menace. He had a personality. When Eckerott looked at you, you felt a proper chill. When Goetzke looks at you, you feel like offering him a nap.
Yeah.
Goetzke's just moping. He's moping around a room full of candles. It's very German, isn't it? I have a job, I hate it, but I must do it efficiently and be sad about it.
It is profound. It frames death not as an enemy, but as a burden for the one who has to administer it. It makes death a victim of destiny as well, which is an incredible idea for 1921.
It makes death a middle manager with burnout. It really does.
You are impossible. But fine, let's talk about the levels, as you so crudely call them. The anthology structure.
It's shambles. An absolute shambles for the pacing.
It is not a shambles. It splits into 3 distinct period pieces. We go to 9th century Baghdad. We go to 17th century Venice during Carnival. We go to a semi-imaginary China.
Semi-imaginary. I love that phrase from the notes. Which basically means we made it all up based on a vase we saw once in a museum.
It means it's a fable. It's stylized. And in each story, the same actors play the lovers and the villain. It turns the film into this all-embracing moral debate. It proves that the message is universal, that love is hunted by death in every culture, in every time. It's a brilliant device.
It proves that the film drags because it has to restart 3 times. Just as you might get vaguely invested in the Baghdad story, boom, everyone dies. Back to the candle room, start again, Venice. Oh, look, a carnival, some mask. Boom, everyone dies. It's stop, start, stop, start. It completely kills the momentum.
No, it builds a thematic momentum.
It's like watching a TV series where every single episode is the pilot. You never get past the setup.
You are missing the spectacle. You're so obsessed with the narrative structure that you're ignoring the visual feast. In Baghdad, we have a flying carpet, we have a wondrous steed, we have an army of Lilliputians.
Lilliputians, are you serious?
Tiny soldiers.
Yeah.
Created with special effects. These were technical tricks that were absolutely cutting edge in 1921. You have to realize they didn't have green screens. They didn't have computers. This was all done in camera. Double exposures, mirrors, forced perspective. The source we've got calls them exceptionally attractive visually.
They look like carnival tricks. Oh, look, a flying carpet. Very pantomime. It's like watching a magician at a children's birthday party. And for my next trick, I shall make this plastic horse fly.
It's charming, I suppose, in a quaint, old-fashioned way, but it's hardly high art. It's just special effects for the sake of special effects.
You are looking at it with 2024 eyes. You have to imagine the audience in 1921. They'd never seen anything like this. It was sensual magic.
Sensual magic. You're having a laugh. What's sensual about a model horse? I am not. It was a transition from the stiff, painted backdrops of expressionist theater to a world where the impossible could happen right there on screen. Lang was using his engineering background to solve visual problems. How do you make a carpet fly? That's an engineering problem as much as it is an artistic one. He was inventing the language of fantasy cinema.
But does it serve the story? That's my question. Or is Fritz Lang just showing off his new toys? Look, I'm an engineer. I can make a carpet fly. Meanwhile, the pacing is dying a death in the corner. You can have the best flying carpet in the world, but if I don't care about the people sitting on it, it's just a rug that's taking too long to get anywhere.
The pacing allows you to absorb the tragedy. It's deliberate. But let's talk about the Chinese story, because I know you have thoughts on this one.
Oh, I have thoughts. The Chinese story is the breaking point. It is mental.
It is whimsical.
It is a car crash. The source material, your beloved source material, even admits it. It says Lang used a humorous tone in the Chinese episode, something he did not repeat later.
That just shows he was experimenting. He was trying different modes.
It shows he realized it was rubbish. There's a reason he didn't repeat it, mate. Because Fritz Lang, trying to be funny, is like a German tank trying to perform ballet. It's loud, clumsy, and potentially very dangerous for everyone involved.
It shows his range. Before he became the aloof and monumental director of Metropolis, he was willing to be playful and light.
Aloof and monumental sounds a lot better than unintentionally funny magician scenes. The Chinese episode is just bizarre. It's full of grotesque stereotypes, obviously, semi-imaginary indeed, but the tone is just all over the place. Is it tragedy? Is it a slapstick comedy? It's a complete mess.
If a fable.
1 minute people are dying, the next minute there's a magician doing these goofy hand gestures and pulling things out of thin air. It doesn't fit. It completely undermines the gloomy poetry you love so much. If you're going to be all deep pessimism, then commit to the bit. Don't throw in a bloody pantomime dame halfway through.
But it highlights the tragedy by contrast. If everything is dark, nothing is dark. You need the light to see the shadow. You need the absurdity to feel the gravity of the situation.
That is the most generous reading I have ever heard. No, it's just bad. It's a tonal shambles. But look, we have to address the overall style, the visual language, because the source here draws a direct and very pointed comparison between Destiny and the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
Right. And it's a very important comparison.
It is, because Caligari, now that is a film.
Oh, suddenly you like German silent cinema? I thought it was all boring.
Caligari had style. It had guts. Those contorted sets, the jagged angles, the painted-on shadows, it assaults the imagination. It forces you to see the world through the eyes of a madman. It was bold. It was punk rock before punk rock existed.
It was painted backdrops.
Yeah.
The source says specifically, and this is a crucial point, Caligari sets were an inert background. They were flat. They were basically paintings that actors stood in front of. It was theater. It was literally theater filmed on a stage.
But they were effective paintings. They made you feel something. They made you feel deeply uneasy and claustrophobic.
Destiny, on the other hand, uses set design as the starting material for the creation of a complete vision. This is the architect coming out in Lang again. He's building a world.
Meaning he built 3D sets instead of painting them on canvas. Congratulations, a major breakthrough.
Meaning he created space. Lang and his art directors, Walter Rohrig, Herman Worm, Robert Hurth, the same team from Caligari, by the way, they built worlds. They understood light and form. It wasn't just a painting behind an actor. The actor was in the world. It was the transition from expressionist theater to true cinema. He built the stairs the actors walked on. He built the walls that trapped them. He created actual physical depth.
Or hear me out. It was just making the cage prettier. The source admits it right here. Importance is not synonymous with real progress. Films continued to be made in studios. It didn't actually liberate the camera. It just built bigger walls, like your precious wall of destiny. It's still staginess, just more expensive architectural staginess. It's Hollywood before Hollywood existed. All surface, no soul.
It is immersive. The vision of a little German town in the framing story, it's captivating. The source compares it favorably to The Blue Angel. It creates a sense of place that Caligari never could and never tried to. You feel the cobblestones. You feel the age of the buildings.
It's a model train set. I keep telling you, it looks like a quaint little village where everyone follows the rules and goes to bed at 8 p.m. It's cozy, sure, but is it art? Caligari was psychological. Its sets reflected a state of mind. Destiny is just structural. It's very nice architecture, I'll give you that. But a nice building doesn't make a nice movie.
It is structural because structure is destiny. That is the entire point. The architecture dictates the fate of the characters just as much as the script does. The walls confine them. The stairs trap them. The environment is the antagonist. Lang is telling you visually that you are trapped by your surroundings, by the very structures of your world.
That sounds like something an architect would say to justify overcharging for a building. The structure dictates your fate. That'll be 50,000 marks, please. Oh, the stairs are a bit steep. That's because of your destiny, not because of my bad design.
Rubbish. Absolute rubbish.
You are hopeless. Let's get to the ending. The philosophy of the film. Because this is where it lands its biggest, most profound punch.
Or its biggest cop-out. Go on.
So, the girl fails. We have to spoil it. The film is over 100 years old. She fails to save the lover in all 3 stories. The candles go out, one by one.
Surprise, surprise. The video game levels were too hard. She ran out of lives. Game over.
But then, the angel of death offers her one last, desperate chance. He says, I will give you the boy back if you can offer me another life in exchange. A life for a life.
Kill someone else to save your boyfriend. A great moral dilemma. A classic trolley problem. Except with a boyfriend instead of a trolley. Very romantic. And she considers it. She runs out into the town desperate. She sees a hospital, an old people's home. She sees people who are sick, who are near death anyway.
Right.
But she can't do it. She refuses to take a life, even one that's nearly over. But then there is a fire.
A convenient fire?
A fire at the hospital. A huge raging fire.
A very Deus Ex Machina fire. Oh, look, a fire just when we need a dramatic climax. Very handy.
A child is trapped in the flames. The angel of death is there, ready to take the child's life. And the girl, our hero, rushes in. She climbs the burning building. She saves the child, lowering him down to safety. But the roof collapses, and she dies.
Right. So she died, he died, everyone died. Spoiler alert. Mortality rate remains 100%. Great.
But the angel takes her soul and the boy's soul, and they are reunited in the afterlife. They walk off together into the great beyond. The final title card says, "He who loses his life gains it."
Cheers, Fritz. Thanks for that uplifting message.
It is a beautiful biblical thought. It is the emotional peak of the entire film. It's transcendent.
It's dodgy, mate. It's really dodgy if you think about it. The message is, the only way to win is to die. Oh, your life is tragic and full of suffering. Just die. It'll be fine then. It's a bit grim, isn't it?
No, the message is that love conquers death through death. It's about sacrifice.
That is some bleak Teutonic philosophy right there.
Right.
Life is suffering. Everything fails. But if you die bravely, you get a consolation prize in the sky.
It's deeply disturbing if you actually think about it for more than 5 seconds. It's fatalistic.
It is not bleak. It is humanist. It is an emphatic humanist statement. The source says so. It says, human dignity relies not on final victory, but on action itself.
To do is to be.
Exactly. It anticipates existentialism by decades. Even if death is inevitable, even if the wall is insurmountable, we must still fight against it. Our dignity comes from the struggle, not from the outcome. She chose to save the child. She chose action over despair. That is powerful. That is heroic. It sounds like a coping mechanism for a depressing ending. Oh, sorry, your life was rubbish and you died young in a fire, but at least you had human dignity. It's saying, don't worry about changing the world or fixing the fire service, just die nobly. It's dangerous, actually. It's the kind of thinking that leads people to march off to war thinking it's a glorious sacrifice.
It is saying that self-sacrifice for another is the ultimate victory. The lovers are reunited. It's a happy ending in a metaphysical sense. They are together forever.
It's a funeral, mate. A metaphysical funeral. If that's a happy ending, I'd hate to see a sad one from Lang.
It is a masterpiece of emotion, and it is strangely modern.
Is it? Is it really? Because it doesn't feel very modern when you're watching it.
Yes. The themes are utterly relevant. Loss, bargaining with grief, the search for meaning in a chaotic and unjust world. It withstands the test of time because we still feel these things.
The themes might be relevant, but the filmmaking. The source notes the restrained use of editing. You know what restrained use of editing means in 2024? It means boring. It means shots that go on for 3 weeks. Modern audiences would be asleep by the Venice segment. If you check in their phones, I guarantee it.
Modern audiences have shattered attention spans. That is not the film's fault. That is our fault. This film asks for patience, and it rewards that patience with profound beauty.
It asks for patience, and it rewards it with a 2-hour lecture on how we're all going to die, and there's nothing we can do about it. Thanks, but I've got the news for that.
I am begging you, listener, ignore him. Ignore the skeptic. You have to watch Destiny.
Or go for a walk. A walk is nice. Get some fresh air. Don't stare at a gray wall for 2 hours, either on screen or in your house.
No. Watch the film. It is a captivating world. It is, as the book says, a key that will unlock unforgettable experiences. It creates a universe that is total and complete. The lighting, the sets, the performance by Getske, it is a proper masterpiece.
You're bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Listen, if you must watch it, watch the clips on YouTube, watch the wall scene, watch the candle scene. They're good, I'll admit that. Maybe fast forward through the semi-imaginary China bit, unless you want a good cringe laugh. Yeah. But don't feel bad if you put the kettle on during the middle bits. Honestly, you won't miss much.
Do not fast forward. You ruin the rhythm. The deliberate meditative rhythm.
The rhythm is already dead. It died in 1921.
It is gloomy poetry.
It's a bloody brick wall.
He who loses his life gains it.
Oh, give it a rest. We're done.
But the symbolism, the humanism of it all.
Done. Seriously, I'm putting the kettle on.